when I was 13 years old. I had a really good friend in high school, and she talked to me about Jesus, went through the steps with me, and I was saved when I was 13. A few weeks later, I got baptized. From then on out, throughout high school, I went to church pretty regularly. And then shortly after high school, I started partying a lot and drinking, and on Sunday mornings when it came around time to go to church, I would make an excuse, oh, well, I really don't have to go to church because, I know my faith in God, and I don't have to go to church to, for him to know that I still love him and pray and have a relationship with God. That's just, it's in me. And that kind of just went on for years and years to pretty much when I just stopped going to church. And almost when people would talk to me about it, it would just be, well, I know what I believe, So a few years later after that, it was 2007, my mom passed away. She was my best friend, my person I went to for everything, and it was kind of unexpected that she passed away. It was really hard for me, and instead of turning to God like I kind of knew I should have, I drank more, partied more to just cover up my feelings and my hurt. And then about a year later, I was driving down the road one morning, and I veered too far off the road, overcompensated, and had a horrible accident. I was ejected from the vehicle. I flew about 90 feet from my vehicle. And as it was happening, I remember the moment, like when I realized I lost control. And that was probably one of the scariest moments in my life, but at the same time, I remember letting go of the steering wheel, and kind of sounds cliche, but that take the wheel, Jesus take the wheel, it, like in my life, I was like, this is it. Like I knew it was a defining moment that was gonna forever change my life. I was awake for most of the thing. I remember flying through the air. I remember laying on the ground and coming to and realizing, I was laying in the middle of the road. I could see my back. Everything happened so quick, but I just remember this like calming peace of everything that was going on, even when they got to the hospital and the doctors looked me over and they were checking me out and telling me everything that was wrong. And I just remember like, wow, I'm still alive, and I knew it was going to be a hard road. I had to learn how to walk again. I had physical therapy. I was in the hospital for over 9 weeks. I broke my back. I've shattered my pelvis. I have multiple scrapes, scars. When people ask me all that, well, how did it feel? Or, and I can't explain what that peace feels like, other than I can go back and remember the first time I invited God into my life, like into my heart. Like there was a certain peace of like, wow, like, life may not be perfect and it's not going to go the way I think it's going to go, but like I felt comfortable and safe in when I first accepted God into my life. And so that is the only other time I can remember feeling an unexplainable feeling of peace. I'm still growing. Like I'm trying to get more involved in church to be able to be, even if it starts out with just telling my friends about God, but like being a good mother to my children. And I want to be able to, when they ask me questions, have an explanation, or be able to show them to a particular Bible verse and let them know that God loves them and loves everyone. And I just feel like being in the church is surrounding myself with other people that know God, and I can turn to if I have questions or doubts or just anything, and be pointed in the right direction. No one can explain it, and that to me is purely God, and I know that because of my faith in God, and that He's miraculous.